And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what's going on? My name is Rex, and this is your Daily Chat Season 2, Episode 69 for April the 10th, 2017. How is everybody doing today, and what is going on? Boy, where we have weeks where there's no news. We have other weeks where there's just gems pouring out of every orifice imaginable. As you guys know, the story that's just been blowing up in the last 48 hours is the story from United Airlines. We're just going to jump right into it today and just talk about this. United Airlines, the airline company in America, has been marred by a scandal as of the last 48 hours. And that is they overbooked a flight. And we're going to actually, let's see here. Let's see if we can actually find it. Probably should have done this. United Doctor. There we go. Let's see if we can actually get the video up here. Perfect. This should be it. Hang on. Sorry, guys. My mistake. Here we go. Perfect. Is this it? This is it. Okay, great. So, United Airlines, as of Saturday, decided to overbook a flight, and since they needed to get 4 of their people onto the plane to get them to the location, they asked people to move or to voluntarily leave the flight. And as you can see, this gentleman here was, well, for lack of a better word, forcibly removed from his seat. And they started by offering plane transfer tickets, then cash. And according to United policy, they can offer up to $1,300 in cash, which, you know, they probably should have done. Instead, they started at $800 and then just started saying, we're going to randomly select people to get off the plane. And this is what happened. And this gentleman said, no, I don't want to get off the plane. And apparently he's a doctor. I have yet to see if that's been confirmed or not. But apparently he's a doctor. And said, I have to go see my patients and all this other stuff. And yes, he was forcibly removed. Of course, in 2017, in the current year argument, we are just surrounded by cameras. Cameras are monitoring everything. People have it on their phones, on their watches, in their glasses. They've got it everywhere. You cannot do something that's anti-consumer, that's bad for business, and not expect to get called on it and have it blow up. So United has gone the opposite way that you would think, with the CEO saying that the customer, the patron, whatever you call him, was not manhandled. It wasn't the word manhandled. He was like handled, or there's some kind of buzzword that he used. Very businessy buzzword, okay? And of course, he's doubled down now, and I just saw this about an hour ago, where he sent out an email to all the staff saying that this customer was being belligerent and hard to deal with, which, as we see from the video, can't be further from the truth. The gentleman later got back onto the flight, all bloodied. You can see pictures of it. If you look up, just type in United Airlines doctor, you'll see there's like blood pouring out of his mouth. The plane had to be depassengerized so they could clean it all up. He got back on and then got removed again by a medical team. And in the end, United has just started an absolute firestorm for themselves. And when you hear the word firestorm in business, that's not a word you want to hear with your company tag behind it. That's a terrible, terrible way to do things. A firestorm in business is one of the worst things you can have, because that means not only have you screwed up, and not only have you screwed up publicly, but a firestorm means you have grabbed the media's attention, and by extension nowadays, social media's attention, and now everyone is talking about you, and that's not in the way that you wanted them to do it. So United is right now just getting hammered. People are boycotting it or saying they're going to boycott it. I have yet to believe any boycott ever in life, just because, well, this is the internet. Talk is cheap. But there are some companies like Southwest that are poised to do better now. They're poised to really take a leap forward with this scandal. They can offer lower ticket fares. They can offer better service. And it doesn't even have to be dramatically better service, just slightly better service. In fact, I wonder if this picture is still on Reddit from about an hour ago. Let's see here. Where's the new section? Here we go. New. Airline staff reaccommodate passengers at Cornwall. Nope. There was a new... Somebody made a new picture for Southwest Airlines new slogan. Let's see if this is it. Nope. Okay, it was Southwest Airlines. We beat our competitors, not you. Small little things like that, even if they're not made by their social media team, small little things like that are gonna go a long way in trying to just help make them and trying to help them capitalize on this scandal. United has messed up royally. It's going to be very hard for them to come back from this. This is a incredibly damning event that occurred to their reputation. People don't really forget, especially when it involves a customer getting bloodied by staff. People don't tend to forget those kind of things, and it will haunt them for years and years to come. This is not something that's just going to go away. If Trump wins, I'm moving to Canada. Talk is definitely cheap. Yep, there you go. But then again, though, people are also stupid and don't understand how immigration policies work. Everyone thinks because Canada is a potato nation that they're just going to accept anyone. Look, we might be a potato nation, but in all honesty, we don't want you people here. we want good people here. We don't want American like rejects in our country. Like, trust me on that. I know it sounds harsh, but you know it's true. Same reason you guys don't want immigrants in your country. We don't want it for the same reason. All they do is cause problems and become annoying. But yeah, so that was the big story of today, or of this last 2 days. Of course, there are other stories that we're going to get into, but I want to know what you guys think about the whole United Airlines. Are you guys going to boycott United? Are you going to actually do anything with it? Take my phone call. Yeah, man, that's no problem. I want to know what you guys think, because when you think about this as a bigger perspective of where do you draw the line? Because if every company screwed up and you boycotted everyone, what, are you just not going to fly anymore? Is that going to be your end goal? Just never fly ever again? What do you intend to do with if every company starts to screw up? But now United is a small company, or not a small company, but I mean one company in a bigger landscape of airlines. So you have choices like Alaska, Southwest. I was about to say United, but that's who we're talking about. There are other options. But at the same time, though, if, say, Alaska all of a sudden sexually assaults a lady on the plane, okay, now people are going to be mad about that. So now Alaska and United are out. And say Southwest all of a sudden, I don't know, throws alcohol in some toddler's face. Now you're gonna boycott that. What are you gonna do when there's no one left to boycott? Then does that just reset the playing field? Does that mean everyone starts off at a 0 score again, and you kind of go through the cycle all over? What is that gonna mean? If I was to fly soon, I would still fly with them if they were the best option or cheapest option. To be honest, I'm not gonna judge them on the character of a few. You know, I would be of that same mindset if it wasn't for the fact the CEO of the company is doubling down on blaming the passenger. When you double down on blaming the passenger, you are making a severe mistake. They should have owned up, said we're sorry. They're trying to reach out to that passenger right now, and that's pretty much the business industry lingo for
oh God, please don't sue us, please, I'm begging you, Billy, please.
That's pretty much what that means. So you talk about the United, we're literally talking about it right now. And that's just it. Like, they're trying to reach out to him and find out and trying to hope to God he doesn't sue. Now, okay, like I said, we haven't confirmed yet if this guy is a doctor or not. Now, the reason why I keep kind of focusing on this point is because there are certain professions in the world that if you go to sue and you are of this profession, the amount of money you can request in your payout goes up astronomically. And the reason why is because of the time, money, and investment that goes into becoming part of that profession warrants a higher payout. So if this guy is a doctor, okay, he's a doctor, and say he's a specialist. Okay, actually, let's just say he's a doctor. Say he's a GP or a general physician, a family doctor, okay? He's going to ask for millions. And the reason why is because he has reputational damage, he has lost income, he has, if he suffered anything, because you saw his head hit the armrest and he's bleeding everywhere. So he has physical damage that was now going to affect his job, okay? Those are all big payouts, and not counting the punitive damages, the emotional distress, the physical harm, the medical bills, all this other stuff. I'm not even a lawyer, and I already named off what the heck is this? 8 things that he can sue right now based off no questions asked. They're already be part of the case. Now, what if he is a specialist? Well, that's 4 more years of schooling. That's 4 more years of residency. And say he's a specialist and like a surgeon. Oh, Billy, now we're really talking money, because now you have something where your job is based on your hands are connected to your brain, and you hit your head on an airline armrest. Not exactly what I would call a soft piece of material. And now he could have permanent damage. Oh, now he could have abnormal control. Whereas before he had perfect steady hands, now he could have a slight shake to him for the rest of his life. United is probably going to have to settle out of court. Okay, that's probably first and foremost. They're going to try and settle out of court. I would be shocked if this did not end in a 7, even possibly upping towards the 8-figure payout range. And you might think, Rex, calm down. First of all, you're not a lawyer. You don't know what you're talking about. You're right. This is all speculation. Second of all, you're thinking 8 figures for a guy who got injured on the plane. That's a little bit out there. Is it really? Is it really that far out of the realm of possibility to think that a doctor who has to deal with patients, has his reputation publicly maimed, physically maimed, would be seeking 8 figures from a multi-billion-dollar company? I don't think so. Heck, I'd be going for 8 figures right out the gate. $40 million right out the bat. Wouldn't even think twice. Because that's how you rake these companies over the coals. Look, companies will bounce back eventually from these kind of scandals. They'll eventually recover from these kind of issues where, you know, they take a damaging blow to their reputation. You know what they won't really ever recover from? When on their balance sheet it says that we had a $40 million payout from a lawsuit. What's up, Gary Artist? Thanks so much for that follow, man. Boom. Pound it. Give it to me. Pow. That's the thing, man. And I hope this guy gets a big payday. I really do. Because what happened to him was ridiculous. What happened to him was not okay. And in the end, I really want United to learn their lesson. Look, any company will only ever learn their lesson if you hurt them if you hit them in their pocketbook. As we've always known. As we've always known. That's the only way companies will ever stand up and change, is if they're losing money on something. So we will see what happens, but that was what I want to talk about today. I've sent that. Man, I can't type on my phone. Wait, what? Hey, man, I had to add when you... What? Hey, man, I had an ad when you sent that. I didn't know, LOL. Oh! Yeah. No, that's fine. Don't worry about it. So yeah, guys, there it is. Now, what do you guys think? Do you guys think we're gonna be okay? Do you guys think United's gonna bounce back right away? What do you guys think their damage control is gonna be? Because I think that there's really not much to go on for that. So that was the big story. I want to move on today. Move on to something a little bit more lighthearted now. I actually want to talk about my YouTube channel for a little bit there. Now, if you guys follow me on YouTube, you saw today was like a channel update of what's happening with the channel in the coming weeks. I'm just gonna move that down here. There we go. That's actually much better. Now I'm not straining my neck. So you guys know that we have a lot of stuff coming in the summertime. We have a lot more videos coming, a lot more comparisons. And one of the videos I'm going to be revisiting is the video for the ART D7 microphone. Looks nice, doesn't it? That's actually why I bought it. Really liked how it looked. And of course, it's, big, black, and thick. And it's so thick, I can't even wrap my meaty pals around it. How a boy likes it. But I'm revisiting this. And the reason why is because somebody left a comment on my YouTube video saying, hey, it's a dynamic mic. You really should be using a cloud lifter to get the power to them, et cetera, et cetera. I'm like, you know what? You're actually right. I made the mistake. I didn't know dynamic versus condenser properly when I made the video a year ago. Look, I started off with this profession not knowing anything. And over time, I've learned it through bits and pieces and gathering information. We all make mistakes. I'm willing to admit it. So I said, you're correct, and this warrants a revisit video. So that's going to be one of the first ones. Now, I got a comment today on that same video from another guy saying, well, you really shouldn't be using a dynamic mic for streaming. You really shouldn't be having it in frame. And if you want to do that, you should really have condenser mic. When it comes to things like that, you really should learn to pick your battles so you don't sound like an idiot. I can sound like an idiot because I'm willing to be man enough to admit that I got something wrong. I think we can all agree to that. But to put comments in like that, look, they don't contribute to the overall discussion. They don't contribute to any kind of real change. All you're trying to do is show off how smart you are, and in actuality, you sound like a potato. Because the two most popular high-end microphones on all of Twitch, all of streaming in general, are the Electro Voice RE20, a dynamic mic, and the Shure SM7B, a dynamic mic. Yes, condensers are incredibly popular. They're the most common mic, but for high-end microphones, dynamic is the way to go. It's been that way for a number of years. So to say that you shouldn't be using dynamic mic on stream, you're just wrong. There's nothing more, nothing less to it. You're just wrong. And it makes you look real stupid when you say things like that, because I don't filter my comments on my YouTube section. So mind you, like I said, anything over 2 weeks, I don't even care about anymore. Like once I've gotten because you gotta remember, most YouTube videos, by and large, make their money within the first day to the first week. Then after that, if they get like a little second boost, hey, great. But that's where you make most of your money in the first like little bit. So after I've made my money on the video, I'm done. I've stopped caring, because that's just what you should be doing and moving on to the next video. So yeah, never leave a comment on a video more than 2 weeks old. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. But let's see. What do you guys say? I ruin jokes. Hey Rex, we should talk about the happy airline flying the good plane companies. What? Like the #1 Vietnamese airline who have all their flight attendants wear bikinis. No, seriously, look it up and speak upon how you would like to go on an airline as much as I do. We will definitely have to check that out at some point. And it wouldn't surprise me if one of these kind of nations had those kind of airlines. Although I vaguely remember a video I watched starting out that way, so you've piqued my interest. At first you had my curiosity, and now you have my interest. But yeah, I'll check that out eventually. So I saw that. That's what I want to talk about. It's just been something. It's been happening a lot lately. And look, I'm going to say this one more time, just to get this really kind of solidified down. I
I don't know everything.
I will admit to it. I don't know everything. I'm not an audio engineer. I'm not a hardware engineer. I'm just a guy who has affinity for technology and happens to learn things relatively quick. And when he needs to know something, goes and learns it. Not hiding it. Pretty honest about it. You know, there's that. So when people are going to come at me like that saying you don't know anything, you're right. I don't know anything. But the difference is, though, at least I'm trying to learn it. And that's why I make the content I do, is because I know it's for people who are trying to learn this kind of stuff. And I want them to have an easier time than I do. Now, let's talk about a revisit story about the Samsung Galaxy Note 7. We talked about this 2 weeks ago. The Samsung Galaxy Note 7, that phone that was marred by, well, once again, another company marred by scandal. That was Samsung with their exploding iPhones and their 3,500 milliamp hour batteries. They were recalled. 93% of people sent them back in, but 7% still kept it, took the risk. That's fine. They are now re-releasing this phone as a refurbished model, and you can actually pick one up, and they're actually starting to surface now. Swap the 3,500 milliamp hour battery with the 3,200 milliamp hours, and you can actually go to Vietnam and get yourself a Samsung Galaxy Note 7. It's running Android 7.0. It's going to have all the new bells and whistles that you can have. And I'm actually really looking forward to this. Now, unfortunately, there's no price point currently listed on this article. And I don't think anything major has been changed outside of the battery. But I really do want one of these phones. I think these kind of phones are going to be just fantastic if you can pick them up cheap. Why wouldn't you want this phone, right? Wow, that's like really intrusive in the camera frame, and I really hate it. How does that look on Beam? Oh, on Beam you can't even notice it. Yeah, on Twitch there's like this huge microphone arm that just comes down. I bet you I can actually show you what Twitch sees. Twitch is seeing it kind of like this right now. It's something else, man. It's hard to get everything squared. But, you know, we are going to have stuff done here eventually where microphones will be repositioned and all this other stuff. But yeah, Samsung Galaxy Note 7s, they're coming out. I hope you guys are excited for them. I'm going to get one if they're cheap enough. Now, what do you think the odds are that they're going to cost something in the neighborhood of like $400 to $500 still? I have a feeling Samsung is going to recoup a lot of lost money on reselling these phones. I really do think that's what's going to happen here. Let's go to Twitch. I want to talk about Twitch for a minute here. And the main reason I want to talk about Twitch is because I've been noticing a lot of weird stuff in the late night. Now, ever since Twitch launched the IRL channel a few months ago, probably half a year ago now, I've noticed patterns. Now, the IRL channel was launched as a alternative to the gaming talk show channel where there was no talk shows going on. It was just people hanging out. And they launched IRL, which IRL is totally cool. I get it. I understand the purpose of it. But it's a lot less IRL and more Twitch cam girl section. And I know that might sound like a really salty comment, like, oh, he's just bitter. But no, I'm dead serious here. Here is the Twitch IRL section as of right now at 12:18 in the morning. And as you guys can see here, it's really just like cam girl central, except for this one handsome devil right here. It's really just cam girl central. And I want to know if this is Twitch's ultimate kind of end goal. Is this what they intended it to be? Because we have all noticed that Twitch is kind of moving back towards their Justin.tv days, where it's kind of the wild, wild west of putting content up. In fact, I even saw somebody yesterday streaming The Simpsons in French. And is this okay? Do you guys think this is okay? What about Beam? Because, look, as much as Beam loves to hate on Twitch, and I'm fine with it, I honestly don't care what you guys hate on, this is something that will ultimately affect a service like Hitbox or YouTube or Beam.pro, in that these broadcasters are going to come there and start doing the same stuff. And there's no real rules in place to stop it. So what's gonna happen? What do you guys think? Are you guys okay with this? Am I just completely off the reservation about the way I'm understanding this problem? Because I'm fine with cam girls. I'm fine with, Twitch girls using their sexuality to make their money. That's fine. Like, here's one girl who should be in the creative section and is instead in the IRL channel. And hey, she's pretty. I get it. Hell, I don't even disagree with it. If you're this pretty, you get to do whatever you want. But at the same time, though, it's like I feel like it takes away not from the whole video game only culture that is the original streaming medium. Don't get something. I don't want to sound that ignorant because I'm not that stupid. But it comes off as. It kind of acts like there's an after dark section now to the streaming channels where the whole kind of culture and tone of the website itself changes. And it changes, I would not say for the better. And I know I'm kind of rambling here. It's hard to really put all these thoughts because I'm trying to I really don't want to slander anyone because no one here is doing anything wrong. They're just taking advantage of a situation that's been created for them. And that's pretty much it. So I want to know what you guys think. Would Beam.Pro be okay with this kind of attention coming its way? Because look, we all know that the culture on Beam is we want to be a happy and friendly and, close-knit community, which I think is great on paper. But, in real life practice, I find that very hard to believe. Let's talk about McDonald's. McDonald's? The Golden Arches? Can this come out any further? Okay, there we go. Yeah, let's talk about McDonald's and the Golden Arches. Whoa, is that too loud for you guys? Let me know, please. Oh my god, that is so in the way. Jesus. I need to really kind of find a better way to mount this thing. That's not going to be because it even obstructs my monitors right now. I need to find a better way to do this. Anyways, McDonald's is now going to use Snapchat to hire applicants in Australia. The fast food chain is asking applicants to send them a 10-second Snapchat video using a filter that shows them wearing a McDonald's uniform. The video, which McDonald's is calling Snaplications, will serve as the first round in the interview process. McDonald's will review the videos and send digital applications to potential employees who could move to the next round process. Oh my god, this is savage. Yeah. This is it right here. Yeah. This is the picture I was trying to find when we were talking about it. This is it right here. I don't know if that's part of the social media team or what that's part of, but whoever came up with that, good on you. You are a boss. Yeah, there you go. That's the picture I was trying to find earlier. Thank you. Appreciate that. But yeah, so McDonald's is going to be taking Snapchat as the first round of their interview process in Australia. And this is... It was an inevitable thing. As we move to a more digital kind of culture, as we are a digital culture, the concept of paper and applications as we know them is relatively phasing out. Because, well, it's not, even right now, and anybody here who has a high-quality, good-paying job can attest to this. Right now, we live in a culture of it's not what you know, but who you know that counts. So for mundane and menial jobs, where people aren't really actively seeking them, you need to attract more people to your business. And I think doing it in the other way of not what you know, but who you know, but not who you know, but what you know, can help. If you know how to use Snapchat, if you know how to popularize yourself on social media, you can really kind of get ahead in these kind of mundane jobs. And I think with McDonald's, it's a good step. And you know for a fact Burger King and Wendy's will jump all over this now that this kind of video or story has broken. You know it's going to happen next. You know these companies are going to jump onto this trend and try and get onto it before anyone else in North America. Because like I said, this is happening in Australia. So they can still capitalize on that North American market. Ugh. It's been a long day. Let's see here. Microsoft's Minecraft is set to launch its own currency. Microsoft Corp is adding a new marketplace and a brand new currency within the video game Minecraft, opening up the opportunity for businesses to sell their original content and creations to tens of millions of game players for the first time. Set to go live in the spring, 9 businesses will be selling feature packs within Minecraft, such as new storylines, in-game activities, or landscapes to explore. With the prices ranging from about $1 to $10 per creation, other companies can apply to be allowed into the marketplace over the subsequent months. Users wishing to purchase content will need to buy a new form of currency called Minecraft coins. Very, very original, I know. For the first time, we are going to enable creators to come in and put content on our store alongside the same content as Minecraft makes. The game's executive producer at Microsoft said, "The real impetus is to let creators connect to players and help them make a living on top of Minecraft." Look, it was only a matter of time. In fact, the fact it took so long for this to happen is pretty mind-boggling on its own. You would have thought back in 2011 when the game was purchased from Mojang or Mosh or whoever it was, that this would have been one of the first things they did. But no, they really held off. They took their time. And yeah, you know what? When you acquire a company for $2 billion, for $2.5 billion, yeah, you know what? At that point, you're gonna have to start trying to recoup the money somehow, and this is fine. What up, Spiro? How you doing, man? What's going on? I know none of you guys play Minecraft, so we're not gonna bother talking about it. I just thought it'd be cool to mention. Oh man. So what's up, Spiro? How you doing, man? What is new with you? Let's see. What do we got here? No, that's not too interesting. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Useoftechnology.com. University students are relying on technology to cheat on exams. Let's see here. A new data that was obtained through the Freedom of Information Act has uncovered that more and more students in the UK universities are using tech devices to cheat in the exam. Students have been caught cheating through the use of smartphones, hidden earpieces, and even smart watches. This rise in cheating with technology is estimated to be around 42% in the last several years, from 148 cases in 2012 to a shocking 210 in 2016. The highest number of students caught was at the Queen's Mary University in London, with 54 cases of cheating, and the 2/3 of the students caught used technology. Next were the students in the University of Surrey at 19, 12 which used technology, and the biggest institution provided the data was Newcastle. There were 91 cases of cheating, and around 43 were caught using technology. What up, Alex Senpai? How you doing, man? So, students are cheating using technology. Can you really be that surprised? Like, legitimately? Can you be that surprised by this? Yes, students are going to cheat. You know why? Because standardized testing is stupid. It serves no purpose. It doesn't accomplish anything. It's dumb and needs to be phased out. I've been saying this forever, and I think it's so dumb that even now in 2017, we still use standardized testing. This is not a standardized world anymore. We've become a very creative, very abstract society, and you can't funnel people into a box. In fact, while you can, you shouldn't be trying to funnel people into a box. Let people be creative. some of the best things we have now are based on people who thought way outside the spectrum and really kind of carved out a niche for themselves. Snapchat, Facebook, MySpace, Spotify, YouTube, Google, Twitch, Justin, Hitbox, Beam.pro, you name it. There's all these kind of things that have been better and better with people who are thinking outside the box. God, I'm so mad right now. The phone call I was on with my friend, and he thinks he knows everything. He thinks he knows every trade in the world and can do it better than anyone. Sorry, no, man. This is what we do. This is what we do. You bring it in, man. You bring that frustration. We got it, Billy. No, man, don't worry. You're good. But yeah, yes, students are going to cheat. You know why? Because it's dumb now. Stop trying to shovel people into boxes as a university. You're actively hurting the job market space by creating these cookie cutter people. It's bad for business. It's bad for companies. And honestly, that's why a lot of black hat or black ops programmers are more sought after than university grads, because they think outside that box, because they were never standardized. And it's a better way to go, and it's a way that they should be going. Someone old. Dude, man, you're putting a lot of links in the channel. 7-year-old transgender boy competed in the undefeated season Saturday by winning a controversial Texas State girls wrestling title. Oh, okay. Okay. Sure, why not? It's something. Okay, this will be the last story we cover today. And it's kind of more of an industry thing, not streaming thing or anything, but just an industry kind of forward-moving movement, I guess. I'm sorry. It's like 12:30 in the morning. I'm tired. A Boeing company hired Norsk Titanium AS to print the first structural titanium parts for its 787 Dreamliner. Let's revisit that one more time. A Boeing company hired Norsk Titanium to print the first structural titanium parts. Boeing is about to drop the cost of their Dreamliner, the 787, which is one of those like gigantic ass hotels in the sky, by $2 to $3 million by 3D printing titanium parts. I don't even know how to respond to that. You're going to 3D print titanium. How? What weird voodoo science are you doing that lets you 3D print titanium? He's trying to tell me he can teach me more than the United States military can. He's 18. Oh, God. He's one of those people. Christ. Better question is, why are you friends with him? So, there's, like I said, that was just what I want to quickly touch on. There was nothing, like, interesting, innovative, or there's nothing, like, you guys would care about, but it's a matter of the fact that know that this technology is on the horizon. Boeing is 3D printing titanium. We are moving into the future, people. This is the future. This is the end game. Okay? So just be aware. Just know that. And yeah, that's pretty much all the news we have for today. We're going to keep talking after this, but I'm going to wrap up the daily chat here, and we'll probably do a few games of Diablo before I go to bed. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. If you're watching this on vid.me, hit that subscribe button. If you're watching this on Twitch, hit that follow button. If you're watching this on Beam.pro, hit that follow button. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I've been Rex, and I will see all of you tomorrow for the last day of school daily chat. Have a good night, guys. Bye.